Hi, I'm Freak Boy and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. I have made it to the start line of the Towne Lake half marathon, 10K and 5K. Hi. And yeah, still haven't quite decided what pace I'm going to run for the whole race. In fact, I don't think I'm going to decide until I'm actually running. The intention is to start off at marathon pace, run maybe like the first mile, hopefully in the 7:30 range, just see how that feels. If it feels like enough, then I'll just stick with that. And if I feel good, then I'll go up to half marathon pace and see how that feels. Yeah, I'm not overly concerned with my time today. PBs are always nice, but yeah, I just really want to get the race experience in, get some time running consistently at a faster pace, be it marathon or half marathon, and get into my impromptu deload week. So let's see how that goes. I will check in at the start line probably, and then from time to time during the race, I have found that I do have a lot of difficulty running the camera during the race, but I'm going to do my best to bring it out at least a couple of times. So, pick you guys up at the start line in just a minute.
Runners on your mark in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right, let's go! Towne Lake half marathon and 10K!
Wow, that was hard getting out of there. There were people lined up right at the start that were just walking over the start line. Bizarre.
Halfway through the course, know that you're okay. And come back soon.
Okay. My headphones aren't working. I thought they were charged, but I guess they're not. So I'm gonna have to run on feel. Quite crowded on the path here. Okay, put the camera down for a sec. 7:22. Just a quick update. Done 4 miles now. 7:23, 7:21. 7:21 and then 7:34. Those first 3 were just a little under or a little over half marathon pace, and the 4th one was right at marathon pace. I feel like I want to try sticking with half marathon pace, but I gotta keep an eye on my heart rate. I'll pick you guys up after a few more miles. So the next 3 miles were 7:30, 7:23, and I think 7:27. So my average is probably kind of right between half marathon pace and marathon pace. That's okay. It feels like what I can do right now. We'll see if I have anything left in the tank towards the end. Hi. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay, I got about 200 meters to go. Hi, thank you. Okay, I kind of split the difference there. Just under 138. Probably closer to marathon pace than half. But thank you. It was still pretty hard. There was more uphill in the second half, and then they put just a couple of nasty little inclines right at mile 12, like in between 12 and 13, I think. Oh my God, those things were awful. I don't know where I finished. Probably in the top 20, I hope, maybe. But doesn't really matter too much. It was good practice. See what that feels like. Really going to be happy to have a deload week here coming up. I'm going to try and run just 5 more miles really easy here to get my total 18-mile run in for the day. Oh, I gotta come get a banana and some other food. I'll catch you guys after I've had something to eat. Another half marathon in the books. I ended up running a let's see, a 1:37:47. So that's a couple minutes slower than I ran about a month ago. Yeah, it was tough today. I didn't quite have as much energy. At the beginning it felt like I had a lot, but I kind of slowed down after the first 5K, and and it was never really able to pick it up. Even the last mile I felt like I was really pushing, but I didn't get going all that fast. Ended up with a slight positive split. The second half was it's hard for me just calculate, just looking at the split times, but it looks like maybe 20 to 30 seconds slower in the second half than in the first half. So fairly even, but slightly positive split there on the race. Ended up getting, well, first there's the medal. So that's kind of a nice medal. Towne Lake half marathon, 10K and 5K. And then I ended up placing second in the Masters division. So I guess I would have got first in my age group, but this is better. Second in Masters. The first place guy was a 50-year-old guy, so he's 12 years younger than me. I guess it's okay that he can run faster. And he actually ran a 1:35:44, so that's right close to where I ran my last half marathon, but I just didn't have that pace in me today. I didn't start out as conservatively as I was hoping. My headphones weren't working, so I did have the announcements. I could hear them on my phone. It's not ideal because, you know, I don't like that blasting for everyone else to hear. They don't want to hear my announcements and pace. But it is what it is. I thought I had charged the headphones, but they must not have been plugged in right, because they weren't working today. So it was just kind of brain fog on my part. I could have been following my paces better and understanding my paces better just by looking at my watch, but I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to hearing it on my headphones, so I was discombobulated a little bit, but it's okay. I don't really think that's to blame for my race performance today. I think going against the wind quite a bit in the second half hurt. There was a wicked hill halfway there through mile 12 that was just very evil placing on the race director's part. I didn't enjoy that at all. That really sucked the wind out of my sails. So yeah, that slowed me down. And then there was another kind of little incline shortly after that hill. So they kind of gave you two little evil uphill bumps there towards the end. But overall, it's a nice enough course. It's all done, similar paths to what I run on over at Oak Point. This is just the next town to the north from where I live, so it's actually not far to drive up here. I might come up here from time to time and explore these trails, check them out. Seems pretty nice. So all in all, pretty good result. Ended up, kind of splitting the difference between half marathon and marathon pace. So I was a little bit closer to marathon pace than half. I think my overall pace was 7:28 per mile. And my marathon pace, I'm planning for between 7 and 7:35. And my half marathon pace is between 7:15 and 7:20. So I was a little closer to marathon pace, which, I guess that's what I was talking about aiming for in the first place. So I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, and I'm happy getting this, kind of a cool second place medal, much nicer than the keychains that I've been getting from some of these other races. So it's nice that they actually have a nice award for placing in the Masters divisions and the age group divisions. That's always makes it just feel a little bit better. So I'm going to go out there actually and run 5 more miles around these trails and explore them just a little bit, because my long run today was supposed to be 18 miles and that was only 13. So I'm going to finish what I'm supposed to run today, get my 18 miles in. The next 5 are going to be very easy miles. And then I'll be done. And then the rest of the next week is going to be a deload week. And I am going to be not running very fast. I'll probably throw in one of those smaller speed sessions, just so that, You know, I'm not taking the whole week off, but it's not going to be a difficult speed session, just enough to get my legs turning over quickly for a little while, and that'll be it. So that's what I've got for you for this half marathon video. I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer a little bit. And if you do like the content, please be sure to like and subscribe, comment and share, especially comment if you want to drop me a note and say something, or just give me some encouragement, or tell me how terrible I am. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, I'll wrap it up for this week, and until next time on Freak Boy Runs, Freak Boy out.